Alrighty, Sagittarius. Let's get into your reading. Now, something may be new because I did not have this yesterday. Today's Tuesday, and every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday is when I am doing these collective readings, and I actually have to put the schedule in my YouTube description now that I think about it. But my Twitch channel should be somewhere in the YouTube description, and the schedule will be up on my Twitch channel. There literally is a tab that says schedule, and you can see the tarot schedule. But yesterday, during the start of the collective readings, we did not have these. Sorry, I was trying to think of my words. We did not have these goals. So if you see these goals up in the videos, you're welcome to support the stream if you want. If not, just ignore them. They're there. They're fancy little graphics. I'm just gonna leave them there because I at least want my YouTube channel to be aware of it. And also, I am excited because I have this very strong fall feeling over Sagittarius's reading, and it is the end of summer. It is the beginning of fall. We had I think our autumn equinox is, I always forget what it is. Is it the end of August, or is it like in the middle of September? Because we're on October 1st, and tomorrow's a new moon. So new moon in Libra, I believe. I have to double check that. But we are gonna get into this reading. We're gonna start with the my favorite is called the Cosmic Slumber Tarot. Very androgynous tarot for any of my LGBTQ lovely peoples, beautiful, amazing peoples. Very gender neutral. Kings and queens do not hold any gender, and I feel like if you know, you know. If you don't, the reason why we don't see the king as like a man all the time is that it is a archetype of a person. There is masculine energy that is an archetype of a person. There is feminine energy that is an archetype of a person. And I feel the need to explain that because I think that's just something some people need to hear. It's always good to be reminded of, and could be relevant. So, always take what resonates, leave what doesn't, because this is a collective reading for Sagittarius. Clear, honest messages only. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Queen of Pentacles coming out strong here. Came out reversed, which I feel like you're kind of already tapped into the Queen of Pentacles energy, and it's like sometimes reversed energy to me could be this feeling of like, oh yeah, I get that. I'm just doing it like I'm breathing, and people are like, oh, you already know the advice that you were asking to give to yourself, kind of a thing, or you were asking other people for. It's like you gave yourself your own advice and you followed it like instantly, and people are like, oh, okay, they're fine, they're taking care of their own. I'm just gonna make sure that they're drinking their water, I guess, kind of a thing. It's already something you're doing that's like breathing. Feels like water almost. Princess of Swords. Okay, one thing about this deck I haven't been able to figure out is prince and princesses are switch between page and knight between each tarot deck. So I have no idea if this is a page or if this is a knight. And that is the thing that's throwing me off. Ooh, okay. This is a page card. Sometimes the princesses are seen as knights, which to each their own when it comes to the tarot decks that are created, because I don't know, I don't care. I love reading these cards regardless of what position they are in. And I find this needs to go here. What you mean by that? What you mean by that? Hello. Okay. Queen of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Page of Swords. I'll even show you these cards upright so you can at least see them. Ooh. Hold on. The ring light. It's a tad too bright. It's okay if it doesn't fully focus. We'll show them in focus later. And later this month, I should be able to have the funds to get a new camera, which a new camera means I have 2 cameras. Because I'm not going to throw this thing out. It still fucking works. It's 30 frames a second, but it still works. So, okay, Eight of Wands is very, very intriguing to me right now for you. You have your head just head first into your dreams, and this is like you are diving into this daydreaming energy. Like Alice dove into that rabbit hole, and not even dove in, she fell in. And I don't even think it was like you fell in, you just kind of looked and you just said, okay, and we fall. Like it was just like you slowly like just kind of dove on in here. And I feel like saying it's daydreaming energy because it's like you daydreaming about the possibilities of the future, and I feel like there's a large sense of seeing beyond what could be just, oh well, this could be better. Like what if this was great? Like imagine if we were actually like somewhere great. I feel like there is so much tied into this that provides you like, oh, is this the thing that is providing you direction in life? You stay in just daydreamy enough to understand how you want to move forward in life towards the various daydreams that you have. And I say various daydreams because these daydreams aren't daydreams. It's just daydreaming about ideas, passions, pursuits, and pathways you desire in your life. You'd like to have and to accumulate or create or bring into your life, and just have this sense of knowledge over yourself. And I think it's like you want to know your skills and your weaknesses and wanting to improve not upon each of them in a way that still keeps you balanced at the end of the day. It's like you sitting here, Queen of Pentacles, know that you have a lot of ideas and you know that you can only pursue so many at a time. So how can you do this in a way that actually it keeps you motivated enough to where your mindset is, no, this daydreaming is mandatory. You're staying just delusional enough, it sounds like, but like that's what you're telling yourself. We're just delusional enough to not go crazy and lose our shit. Because it's almost like when you've had just enough daydreaming, you're like, okay, well, life feels a little more whimsical, so I'm gonna go out and actually do my laundry, because it feels, I don't know, I can put on a random, like, I don't even know, half the time, I feel like when you know you're just going to listen to something and do laundry and, like, clean the dishes, that's when you get the most things done. For a lot of ADHD folks, whatever you got going on in your brain, that's just, you need a distraction, or you just need some stimulation in the background, like something fun while you're doing something not fun, so it balances out the vibe, because we all feel it, let's be honest. I never looked at the bottom of the deck. Okay, this whimsical telling yourself, I'm just delusional enough to not go crazy, is providing you a sense of direction. And I feel like it's your own way of saying, I found my way through life to balance out the not so fun with some fun, which is interesting to see, because this is very, like, hard to find, and also very, like, confusing to find as a human being, like any one of us. When we are trying to find fun in something that is holy fuck, this is not so fun. Not having a great time over here. There's a lot of people in the world right now not having a great time. I could think of a couple places. A couple people that were like they just married, just graduated, just about to graduate. And now it's all there's their life's completely changed and completely uprooted and not so fun things. And I saw some folks still having a laugh in this very specific part of the world, because I am not a political channel. I don't want to talk about like the state of the world. It's more of there are people living in rubble who are still able to have fun and have a laugh. And I saw a mother telling her daughter that, look, our carts are having races. We have to race or we have to make sure we get the cart that has the best and fastest donkey, so we can race to get the basic needs that they had just last year. They had these basic things and a roof over their head just last year. And even kids like teens younger than me, because I'm 25, having a laugh about the situation they're in. And I think for some fucked up reason, that's what keeps us going in life. And I think a lot of younger generations, but yeah, it's always going to be the younger generations that are at least going to like see things from a different perspective. And I think using humor has helped a lot of us just understand, hey, we're all going through this same shit here. We're all in this together. We're all in this shitty boat together. And while that's not okay, it's okay to not be okay. And it's okay to think that that's not okay. And hey, we can have each other's back. That's the big key that we are reminded by, is we have each other's back. And there is so much power in that survives anything. Like, and that is, I feel like, the true embodiment of love. And I feel like all of this is something that's like, this like daydreaming energy is also some of you collectively thinking about the like entire world, everything, everyone's life choices, your life choices, all of it. And it feels like, weirdly enough, it feels like if anyone has seen Full Metal Alchemist, there is a scene where it's silly to think, I'm not gonna like oh damn it, I didn't mean to shuffle that. Everything happens for a reason. Give me a second. Wait, oh, god damn it, I gotta move that because I couldn't see it. Someone said in the chat, life is what we make it, we are the world. I agree. And there's a moment in Full Metal Alchemist where they talk about very early in the beginning, this is not really much of a spoiler, but they talk about like someone mystical per se. If you haven't seen the show, don't want to spoil who, because there's a couple people, but there are people who see the truth, and they show this animation of how they see the truth, but like it honestly kind of looks like this card, weirdly enough, but it looks like that they're kind of like falling in this way almost, and like what it feels like sometimes is an overwhelming abundance of not just information, but information you have just stored in your brain, knowledge you have about yourself, how you feel, how everyone, when it comes to not necessarily life choices, but your life choices, including everyone else's. And there's like this is a somewhat of a spiritual awakening, but it's seeing the archetypes of it all, and seeing the archetypes of everyone's cycle of behavior. There's an honest truth to a situation that is just like, oh, I see this for like the giant metaphor of life everything kind of is now. And the only way to really understand it is if you are a spiritual person, that's kind of how we explain it, is life is generally just kind of a giant metaphor. Full Metal Alchemist is a great series. I am quickly learning the beauty in it because I've heard so many good things and I'm just still watching it. I'm in the middle of it. For anything, for anyone who is curious of where I am at currently in the show, let's just say I figured out the awesomeness of, is it Colonel Mustang? Yeah, Colonel Mustang. He is. I was so confused, and then everything made sense, and then now I'm kind of mad at myself. That show will make you go through so many things in so many seconds. Jesus Lord, I can only think about it so much. I feel like that's the bottom of the deck since I stopped, and I was like, oh, wait, real quick. I think we all see where life can feel, can even literally be, in some places, a wall of water heading towards you, and you can't stop it. And the only thing you can do is pick up what you can and survive. And as long as we have each other, there is a lot of power in numbers. Or there's power in community, and power in the unity of community. Full Metal Alchemist is such a praised show, and I've learned why it's such a praised show, because the reason why, if anyone's not an anime fan or hasn't seen the show or isn't really like, yeah, anime's cool and all, but like I'd rather watch like a real person show, there's something to fall in love with when it comes to storytelling. Mr. Gloves. Oh no, he's hot. Is what I kept saying. There is such a way that you can have a story be told over and over and over again, and it's such like a legendary story. Even if you were to like dumb it down to its simplest forms of this great Full Metal Alchemist and his great power and all of this whatever, and this mighty metal knight that stood next to him, and you could, I don't know, make all these words, but the story is still powerful and it resonates with people. And there's something about that I feel like if you haven't seen the show and you are watching this, you should definitely, hey, I'm gonna put it on my list. I'll put it on my list to watch. I'll watch that. Can you actually watch this one if you haven't already? I think it'd help. Don't shake your head at me. Don't shake your head at me. If anyone's watching this and you're shaking your head at me, I stop it. There's so much that plays out when it comes to... I was told that there are some animes and a lot of different shows that can very accurately portray mental health issues and mental health, like mental illness and shit. I guess is mental illness the right word? I feel like I'm not using the right word. The biggest thing I didn't know that Full Metal Alchemist was going to be very good at was not just this depiction of mental illness, but the depiction of PTSD. Because memories are very, very strong. Whether you have genuine diagnosed PTSD or you have that one random ass memory come up from time and time and time and time and time again, and you can't fucking explain why. Why is this coming up? This has been 10 years over with. I'm done with this. This is whatever. Why is it here? I'm missing a word. Is it mental health issues or is it mental illness? Because I'm like, when it comes to describing like PTSD, anxiety, depression, I don't know what you would I'm forgetting a word. I feel like I'm forgetting a word. I genuinely feel like I'm forgetting a word. There's something what every single time I talk about this, I'm like mental health. Mental health? Just mental health. We all know what I'm trying to talk about, but if not, I implore you to do disorders. Fucking Christ. Disorders, disease, health. Yes, thank you. Silly goose, silly gooses, silly goose. I swear, my brain has like this list of like vocab words sometimes, and then we just forget like the most like distinct one that it describes the thing that I'm trying to talk about. Because disorders and disease even, and just health. I think that's the thing that I'm like missing, is just the health of it all. Okay. Brain got confused for a second, but also I've been drinking water. Have you? Temperance. Hey, you wanna know something, Sagittarius? This is your card in the tarot deck. That is your card. The Temperance card. You are the first clarifier card out here. You. Yes, you. Not me, you. Also, this thing is amazing. Shout out to my roommates for letting us borrow this, because this is the only reason me and my beautiful ADHD, ADD boyfriend are able to drink water. We share the thing, and it's huge, and it's beautiful. Makes it very, very simple. Eight of Wands really quick, because we have the clarification for the Queen of Pentacles, but I need to know. We'll take that for now. And then we'll continue later. So, clarifying the Queen of Pentacles is Temperance, Seven of Wands reversed, and 10 of Pentacles. You yourself have seen this balance of choosing what other people want you to do, at least, oh yeah, here we have this idea, and hey, maybe this one person down here is like, you should just do what you want to do, you know, you shouldn't worry about all these other people trying to yell at you. You should, you know, worry about the wand that you're standing on, because it's 7 wands, and all these people are only holding 6. The 7th wand is the one that you're standing on. And this is where it becomes the truth, essentially, for you in your life. It's not like the truth that the Full Metal Alchemist show is talking about, but I feel like that show is going to really help understand a lot of spiritual topics and how they really genuinely play out in the mundane life, because I think the mundane is a little bit more magical than people would like to assume or think, and it's just taking a little bit of looking, per se, if you know what I mean. It's all on where and how you look at things, because these 10 pentacles really provide a safe and nourishing environment and energy of prosperity in your life. It doesn't even have to be a perfect place inside your heart, mind, body, soul, just environment, but I feel like gaining this sense of balance and understanding, hey, just the fact that we are pursuing this betterment of ourselves and the betterment of our life in whatever it is our life. When you say yourself, if you're including other people or like a community in that aspect, you're seeing life for what you want to manifest. You're seeing that manifestation as like, this is what I already have. I've planted this seed here in the past, and I see myself in the future really growing from this small seed. And just because I don't have it now does not mean I should even think that I'm never gonna have it to begin with, because the fact that we're even pursuing it, it basically feels like that we already have it. But that kind of feels like the psychology of our mind sometimes, when we have to like trick our mind. When we're actively pursuing our dreams, sometimes in a weird way, it either can scare us or it can even excite us to be like, oh, like my dream feels like a reality when I'm actively pursuing it. But when you gotta go and, you know, when people try to work a 9 to 5 alongside of building their dreams, sometimes those two things can counteract each other and butt heads, and you get distracted in one area and feel like, well, this is the thing that pays the bills, but this is the thing that feels like, oh, I'm gonna make it in this thing, whatever it feels like to you, whatever I've made it feels like to you. Quote unquote, I've made it, for anyone who's just listening. There's a comfort in knowing that you are actively pursuing your dreams, like in the moment. And I think this is where needing to see that every day, and even needing to get into that daydreaming, delusional, like, well, let's just pretend that we're working our 9 to 5 and this sounds so cringe, but it's like something stupid to make you laugh. If you sit here and like you look at all your coworkers and think in your head and you're like, no one knows that they're talking to a future cool person here, and just make yourself laugh. I think at that point you just need the laugh, honestly. Like, no one knows they're talking to a future king of cups here, someone who's got this full motherfucking cup. Everyone's got a half cup around here, and I got a full cup, and it's overflowing, it's spilling. I got the drink. There's a sense in being silly, laughing, and then also, alright, 8 of Pentacles reversed. Let's get back to work here. We got some work, because look, you got 8 Pentacles here. You're almost done. Not quite. We're not, as my art teacher said, my graphic design teacher said, he would always tell us, whenever we would ask him, oh, hey, I think I'm done with my project, he would walk up to us without hesitation. And he would even, like, we would know, we'd be like, don't say it. And he'd look at us and be like, well, you're never done. And I'm like, God, I love how he said that, because you're never done. And to be prepared that you could not be finished with, at the time, what was an art piece. Maybe this art piece could be the art piece of your life. And maybe seeing a little more art in pieces of your life. Weird synchronistic metaphors. I don't know why. I just know this is how the message goes and flows. And what else for the 8 of Wands? Hello. We can all see that. Ace of Pentacles with the Queen of Pentacles out here. But it came out reversed, so, ooh. Is this Ace of Pentacles that seed that's in the ground? Maybe, treating life a little like the movie WALL-E. Fine, we're continuing. Okay. 2 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. 5 of Cups on the bottom of this deck. For anyone who knows tarot, I'm gonna let you sit with the overall energy, or bottom of the deck energy, however you want to consider the bottom of the deck energy. Because I know some. If you know tarot, I'll let you have your own discernment. Just Y'all, look at that two of cups. Come on now. Come on now. Look at that esoteric beauty right there. And no, it does not mean Illuminati. Their symbols, symbology, I think, is a thing. There's like iconography. It's the it's like an art form of icons and symbols, like symbol icons, you know, not like Jaden Smith, I am just an icon living. No, 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 no. We've gotten the cringe out. Anyway, remember when I was talking about the Queen of Pentacles? Well, the reason I literally just dropped my jaw is look at that. We have the King and Queen of Pentacles out here. True abundance shows when someone knows who they are and what they've become of themselves, in the sense of what they've become of the awareness of themselves. The abundance shows when someone truly knows the awareness of themselves. And it shows. It shows. Like 100%. King of Pentacles is somebody that you don't care. It doesn't matter who this person is, what their character is. That motherfucker has a lot of shit under their belt. Knowledge, strength, wisdom, just like actual shit that they've created and cultivated and brought into their life or done for other people and like just created in general. There is an aspect that this, what feels like delusional state of mind, and I was saying you need to think of life a little like the movie WALL-E. I mean that by the little tiny sprout that is trying to, you know, WALL-E's trying to save the whole entire time. He's just trying to protect this little tiny sprout. And he's doing it for not only the little sprout, but also like the fact that the one robot in the movie is like, her mission essentially is to like get this little sprout and have it grow into more life, essentially. I think there's like some whimsical fun in the sense of, hey, this keeps your mind on the right track. I don't know how to explain it because I don't know what it means for you. Of your sense of whimsical fun keeps you sane. Your mind like assured that if other people can daydream, why can't I, kind of a thing, or why can't I kind of thought process. But there's something else to it in the sense of it's very specific. This is where I think we're getting into the Chariot, King of Pentacles, Four of Cups. Is that what I see there? Yeah, Four of Cups. The Chariot, King of Pentacles, Four of Cups reversed. This is where the true abundance of information lies, because I think the more you are seeing this whimsical nature in yourself, there's a lot of underlying, like, knowledge that you can't seem to explain. And when it comes to trying to make it sense and make another person understand, it's like, they're really not going to know what it means for you and how you genuinely want to move forward and feel like you can move forward in life. Feel like this is like, oh, this is how I can move forward. I don't really understand what is pulling me this way. This is the thing that keeps me fucking sane. And it's stupid and it's silly and I fucking love it because I'm having a good time and I'm having a laugh and I feel like a kid again. And there's nothing fucking wrong with that. And that's how you kind of are feeling. And also, part of you are kind of having this like bubble up inside you of like, there's nothing fucking wrong with that. And we should stop thinking there's something wrong with it or that we can't have this good shit or whatever. There's like a pep talk. There's a lot of you are giving yourself. Because Five of Cups feels like if all is lost or all feels like is lost, why not fight? Because it's almost like, what else is there left to lose? Because when you literally have nothing left to lose, I feel like you're too determined to let go of the fun and whimsical, silly times. Because maybe you're somebody that was feeling like you not necessarily got off on like having fun in life, but that was your thing. Like, I think you're just a very like fun person to either be around or to like plan things with. Like, you know how to have a good time, and that is not just a good time, but it feels like a balanced time. Like, it's not going to overstimulate everyone. It's going to be something everyone enjoys, and whether you're just kicking back or you kind of want to make the party more like upbeat or whatever, or you just want to do that for yourself, there's an energy of understanding how this fun can be a survival tool. It's a survival tool for sanity. And it all stems in how social we are as human beings. Like, human beings as just like a species, we have to have each other. Oh, that's interesting. WALL-E is a good movie if y'all want to see another synchronistic kind of movie, or if you want to maybe get a little deeper meaning, if you want to have your own discernment. Sometimes movies can have deeper meanings for us at different times, and different meanings for us at different times. WALL-E went from a collector to a cultivator, his future and humanities. Aww. I actually wouldn't mind like a WALL-E 2, but it would have to be done like perfect. Only because I think we're all curious of what the world would have been like after the initial, like, they came back to Earth finally and started growing the grass and all that stuff. I was always very curious of what happens. But also that leads into the, isn't WALL-E a part of the Pixar theory? And that's also something interesting to look into. The Pixar connections and how all the movies are, like, the Pixar universe, essentially. The Sagittarius universe. What's going on in that mind of yours? Oh, you know, just a party. What you thinking about, Sagittarius? Oh, you know, I'm just having fun in here. I'm just thinking of something silly and just thinking. And there's a survival tool. And it's fun. And this is where we sometimes miss the fun. Is in the darkest, most bottomest of pits that we feel ourselves in. But we know that there's a choice here. That we got nothing left to lose, so why not give it all to ourselves? Give it all to the humanity and our future. Some of you are little advocates, and I love you for that. Sagittarius, I love you. Keep doing you. Keep your whimsical voice strong. You are very, very strong in your just, I want to say, abundant silly nature. Because silliness can also bring about how a lot of comedians have talked about some really fucked up like issues in the world, and also like just of the past. Like, how many comedians joke about, like, different presidencies before 2000? There's a couple we could joke about. So whimsical fun can also bring about light to the truth, and I think that's something you want. And if you want to cultivate that, you can totally cultivate that with the information that you've collected, little Wally. Wally. Isn't what's the other robot's name? Eve? Is it Eve or uh I think it's Eve. Is it Eve? I don't know if it's Eve or something else. I think it begins with an E. Oh, it is Eve. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, lovely person of the chat. You're amazing. Also, I think that's what we're gonna end on. Y'all got some homework. Y'all got some little metaphorical homework here, and I'm proud of you. Keep doing you. You are working hard. And thank you for being here, for watching this reading. And if you're watching on Twitch, we are not ending yet, but we are recording for YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube in the future times, thank you for watching, and I hope you join us here on Twitch sometime. Also, when Twitch is not being a weird butt and making my bitrate go like the US economy. Huh? I said nothing. Anyway, I love you guys. Hope you have a good rest of your day or night, wherever you are on this beautiful planet of ours. And as always, I'll see you YouTube future peeps in the next one.